Starting. Claims that we're live. I'm gonna. Excellent connection. Oh, hey, look. We are live on YouTube.
Oh, hey.
What's up, world?
Upward.
Alright, well. Let's hide our bookmarks here. Alright, Well, what's up, everyone? This is part 2 of February's Let's Pick a Patreon. A couple of things before we get started here. And I don't. Okay, so we're gonna revisit DM Stash because they've reached out to us a couple of times. The last time, I don't know if we missed it and skipped over it, or we just weren't paying attention because it was in like their basic kind of post. I think we would have caught it. Anyhow, they listened to our feedback and they actually added their welcome stash, they call it, their welcome pack to their post, their monthly post, which is greatly appreciated. So I just wanted to take a minute and look at this welcome pack. It's 12 models, 11 of which look like they would make amazing player characters. 10 for sure. So you got Crab Person here, and you got this dude back here, which would looks like he would make an awesome leader for Rain in Hell. Um,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I mean a great character slash maybe some NPCs, evil guys sort of looking welcome pack. Gorgeous looking stuff.
Yeah, all that looks pretty good. I'm kind of digging that spearman on the left hand side, right in the front there. I mean, he's looking pretty cool.
This dude? Oh, this dude.
No, yeah, yeah, that guy. Well, they both, yeah, both of them are looking quite solid.
Yeah, I can't zoom any more than that. But yeah, some good looking stuff for sure.
Yes.
Um, we did already sort of say like this month wasn't the month for DM Stash. Um,
Just because we already had a lot of
Vampires. Yeah.
we already have a lot of vampire STLs, um, and it's definitely something. If you wanted vampires, it's a pretty good collection. I mean, I think this is it's more. I can say it might be more diverse than the one that we actually have from Archvillain, because they have a ton of different poses and models, but then it's like every one has like three different. It's like one model posed three different ways.
Yeah. I
Or like changed up a little bit. So,
I mean there's some very good looking stuff in here.
yep.
Kind of these demonic looking dudes are sweet. Which well, I don't think we even knew about Rain and Hell when we did the first part of the Patreon this month. So, anyways, our new obsession, if you will, is the game called Rain and Hell. Anyone who is familiar with the tabletop minion dude, it's his game, and we got the rulebook the other day. It's miniatures agnostic, is what they call it, so you can use whatever models you want. It seems pretty awesome. So we're kind of working on putting together our forces for that. So
Mm-hmm.
that's kind of what we're looking for this month. Yeah, can you go turn that off or no? All right, I'll be right back.
Yeah, yeah, and it's really with the agnostic. I mean, you basically have like just explain the game a little bit. You have a leader. There's like a devout demon, and then you pick different demons to essentially run your army. I'm gonna actually use the vampires that we used and got from Archvillain, just because I wanted to get them to use, and they're pretty good. This like even looking at this collection, there'd be some cool ones to have is like the devouts and your demons, just because there are varied poses and everything. So there's quite a bit going on. I mean, it would definitely be if you were looking to play that game. This could be a cool like vampire themed army, um, for sure. But yeah, that one it's pretty cool because it's agnostic. So now whenever you're looking at something, you're like, oh, I like those demons. You're like, I could find a game to actually play them with,
Right.
and use a bunch of different models. Like you don't need like seven of the same guy. You can just say, oh, I need seven different models that are themed
Yeah,
also.
because it's a skirmish game is what they're calling it. So yeah. Which we were looking at Ninth Age. That's still not off the table by any means. But my theme I was looking for out of this month was like a Knoll Pax kind of theme. and I'm just carrying that straight over into Rain in Hell. I actually thought would be really cool is if I could get a leader that's like a half lion dude, and then he's leading a bunch of the gnolls. I'm going for like Scar and the hyenas from the Lion King.
Hmm.
That's kind of what I was going for, but we'll
Yeah,
see
yeah, that would
someday when I
definitely
find that lion dude.
that, that would definitely be pretty cool.
One other thing to address here in part two is last month we forgot to take a look at Loot Studios because they're not on Patreon and we forget about them. This month from Loot, awesome looking hill giant dude. Um, with some cool. I mean, we have like a black dragon here, some myconids, fungal looking things, Stiltwalker. They got
Yeah,
some
some
cool
cool
stuff.
things. Yeah, they got a lot of cool stuff.
Oh, this haunted banshee.
Hmm.
Yep, that's a cool looking one. Some ugly ass trolls, some frog people, turtle people. You know what? I actually saw this toad. I didn't realize it till right now. I saw this toad uh,
Hmm.
painted today on Facebook somewhere, I think, and
Actually, I think you're right. I think I saw that on Instagram.
it looks so good that I thought it
Hmm.
was real. Whoever painted it,
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was in this, or I would have prepared that a little better. But yeah, cool swamp hut, awesome swamp trees and boats and some docks, a swamp chest, and then some bust, and a cool candle holder.
So these are life. I see. They're supposed to be life size.
Yeah,
So.
so you put like an actual candle in there and do its thing.
Hmm.
That's kind of cool. And then obviously arguably the best
So
welcome pack in the biz.
yeah.
You'll use this session one almost every campaign. The party starts
And
at
you
a
can really,
tavern.
yeah, and like we've already said it, and you can use dang near everything out of it for almost every
Hmm.
character in various spots. Um, yeah. So some other stuff that
I just
has been
noticed
shown. We might
this.
even I know we haven't ever really focused on like the terrain aspects much, even though we do highlight them. Say, hey, these games have some cool terrain going on. But we also got access to a filament printer now, um, so that we can potentially print out some of these bigger terrain pieces. So it's kind of increased our like, okay, how does could we maybe subscribe to or be a patron of somebody that just might have okay-ish miniatures, but then it's like, oh, they have like the perfect terrain set that we're looking for a potential thing.
Yeah. So I was messing with something. Yeah, I was showing people some of the attempts at the filament. This we were learning this week.
Hmm.
We got pretty good. Can you see my video or not?
No, I cannot see
Okay.
your video.
Here's some low walls that we made. Some ice and fire terrain. Here's a weirwood tree. So we started getting better by the end of a handful of days here.
Yeah, and the filament one, it like not that we couldn't print some bigger stuff on the resin printer. It's not what it's really for. I guess like you want like your miniatures on a resin printer because you can get more detail.
Yeah.
While the filament one, it's a little. I wouldn't say it's even less detail. It's just like you can print bigger and it's
Yeah.
faster in
Our
one print.
current resin printer.
Yeah.
Our current resin printer. But yeah, so we forgot to mention loot. Here's loot. I mean, this doesn't fit really at all what I'm looking for. The swamp hut's sweet, but
Hmm.
yeah,
The terrain is definitely pretty cool if we get the Trudvang campaign going. I think because I think you might have said it as a swampy theme starting out at least.
yeah. Whenever we get into that true vine, and then like the trolls and stuff, like this is kind of what they look like. They're real gritty and
Hmm.
yeah. All right, Asgard.
Oh, before we jump back in, part two, just explaining it again. So we looked at quite a few in part one. We didn't. We kind of just narrowed it down to like who we liked and who we thought we could potentially move on to review at the end of the month to be a patron of one. if you watched part one of this, was beginning of the month. There's like 20 or 30 Patreons that we looked at, and then we narrowed it down to, a handful here. I think we're at what, seven, eight,
8, yeah.
and our goal is to basically try to pick one out of this. We're still kind of searching out our little like the format we want to do for this because we do realize our first video was like 2 hours long, looking at everybody, and so we might start having the format be the ones that we know we're going to look at again, like Archvillain, Asgard Rising, uh, Crippled God,
Crippled God
Magic.
Foundry, yep, yeah. The people that we know are going to be there every month.
Yeah, we're gonna just put them in like the part two, and then look at them with some other ones that we liked from the other patrons. So we're gonna basically like cut the list of that first part in half to some that might be like more specialty, like oh they always do something cool like this, and it's making feel it, and then put them onto like the finals almost.
Correct.
Just to help streamline it, so it's a shorter first video, and then the second video is us being able to like narrow down from what we think is the best of that and make it short.
Boom. Okay, Asgard Rising. This is our late entry, which there's like 2 days left in this month, so who knows what they're gonna release yet. But we got Viking stuff. You see a lot of castle walls and stuff in terrain. You don't see wooden ones.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of cool. It looks like it's
Every
very, yeah, very well
Yeah,
too.
it looks really good. It looks modular. And yeah, a lot of castle walls. You don't see like wooden ones. I think they could be more useful than like having stone walls all the time
Yeah,
for
I mean,
even any other type of
you
game
think
system.
the majority of your fortresses would have wooden walls. You know, only your largest castles and such would have stone.
Yeah,
Some sweet looking shields, more shields. Oh, that's a good look at those walls. Whoops. That's pretty cool.
yeah. And they looked from that first picture pretty modular.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, a lot of the stuff in this set looks modular. I mean, you got Viking longhouses and huts that you can looks like customize and make them huge.
Yeah.
So pretty cool uh, terrain set right there.
Yes. Defense Tower Village. So this is also on February's this giant troll. Awesome looking. The trees and the runes and stones and what do they even call this? Giant stone troll.
And he did one that they ran through January and February.
Mm-hmm.
So
But yeah, still not seeing anything for a
February. What was the terrain
like
set we just looked at?
well like a
Was it the
like a miniatures point of view.
yeah? What was the terrain set though? What was that? Was that like February miniatures or February terrain?
Which oh, this up here?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is February.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean here's our starter set or welcome pack. We have some oh, these are anniversary models. So maybe I have to find that somewhere else since they come out before maybe.
I don't have it posted.
But as far as like what they're actually offering this month, I'm not sure. Besides this.
Yeah, we still got 2 more days in the month, so
Yeah, no kidding. All right. On to Artisan Guild. Do we just have photos? Very Trudvanji looking gnolls and trolls.
oh yeah, I would say those are like trollish, goblin-ish.
Yeah, giant looking tusk. I mean, these guys are like straight out of Trudvanj. which is pretty awesome. They would make really good Rain and Hell models. I mean, they have that very grotesque, demonish. I mean, obviously we know who the leader would be. Cool piece of terrain, lots of kit bashable weapons. Some big dudes, double-headed dude. Some good-looking stuff in there.
Pretty good looking stuff for this month.
It's interesting. Not gonna quite write them off just yet. Titan Forge, Badlands Orcs.
Oh, this is the March preview.
Oh, nope.
They're they're ahead of the game there.
Yeah, much appreciated. Oh, I remember this one. Lots of elves.
Yeah, elves for days.
This giant, crazy-looking thing.
Looking at this the first time, they were definitely really cool. But I know the kind of the way that we're leaning into gaming this month. I'm not sure the elves really try to place what we're looking for. I mean, they're just not like they're cool.
Mhm.
You know,
These
I guess
uh
so.
these movement trays are real nice looking for ninth age. I don't know what kind of variations they have if they're all just 5x2 or what. Probably are, but
Yeah. If they're
okay.
square, if
Like,
they're square compatible too, or if they're at least lined up correctly to be like 25 mil or less.
mhm. Um so it looks like they got a 5x2 and a 1x5, so usable. You could always put them in like a slicer program and try to,
Make a bigger one.
yeah, or cut them or whatever. Yeah, good looking stuff, but elves are just not what the month is calling for.
Mm-hmm.
Goodbye, red leaf elves. Daybreak. Daybreak is what are they calling it? The Knolls of Blood Forest. Let's get some quality in here. What do you say? There we go. Uh I mean, gorgeous looking Knolls, which
They got some.
kind of what I was going for. Yeah, we got. I like this dude back here. He's got like these flames coming out of his I don't know, backpack or something. He's on fire. These guys are mounted on these cool avatar looking things. Different weaponry. Good stuff. Do they have a kit bash? I think they have.
If it's all multi-part, it's probably all multi-part. I would think. I don't think it's showing them separate. Yeah. So you can
Mm-hmm.
speed these guys up pretty much however you want from this screen. So single poses, but you can just swap out weapons. Pretty cool.
It's quite cool. And then we also have the brand new welcome pack from these guys here, which I feel like is not giving me the best quality here. But yeah, we got some orcs, some chunky looking horn dudes, some cool looking dwarves, a couple of elf folk, maybe a couple dragonborn.
Cool. Some powerful paladins and some goblins.
This
Yeah.
winged looking werebat thing, yeah, some goblin riders.
Yeah. All around, pretty cool starter pack. They just redid it, correct?
Yeah, this is a brand new starter pack for them.
Yeah. I think we've looked at months with some of these So it's pretty cool that they're throwing they're redoing the starter pack and putting previous months into like the welcome. So if you basically missed a month and you're like, man, I really like that one model and it's not in the welcome pack, hey, there you go.
Do you have the stream pulled up?
No, I don't.
Check your audio. Give me audio right there.
Check. Check.
Oh man, I don't think we've had your audio. We have it now, but
Check.
yeah, I didn't have the output set properly on my computer.
Oh, great. I've been talking to myself for the past however long.
I had the audio coming out of my computer speakers, not my headset, and it's recording what comes out of my headset.
Perfect.
So I'm pretty sure it didn't get you.
Okay, we'll just rewind that last 45 minutes for everybody.
Dakota said some very cool stuff, especially at one point with just him talking to the camera.
Yeah, yeah. Carl had to step away, so it was me filling in for the squad there, and you just see my mouth moving.
Yeah,
Solid work.
good
Solid
job,
work, team.
everybody. That's my
I
B.
think the only thing important that I said in that was we're just re-looking at our format, of how we're doing these videos. So we'll pick some that we always will know will have good stuff to do. We'll just look at them at the end of the month. Beginning of the month, we'll pick 10 or so wild cards that we're not too sure about what they got going on, and review them. That way we don't have like a 2-hour video and then like another long video. That's just recapping basically what I said that whole first part. You know.
Good job, Dakota. I'm sorry. I noticed it when I played one of them videos and the audio came through my computer. I was like, oh, cool. I don't have to worry about it ending up in our video. And I was like, oh, no. I bet Dakota's not in our video either.
Oh.
All right.
Please.
Crippled GOd
We're
Foundry.
learning. We're learning this recording video stuff.
This is the content you sub for, people. Ugly, what do they call them? Mountain War Bone and Flesh.
Like ogres, basically.
Gorgeously ugly. Yes.
Ogres.
Ogres. Grotesque. Honestly, a great month, especially for what we're going for here.
Yeah, I mean, I think we said it in the first one. Maybe you heard me in that one. I like that they're posting these like painted up, because sometimes I think you get, obviously it's painted really well and professionally, but you see some of these prints and you're just like, okay, and then you're not thinking about it. Then you see this, you're like painted, you're like, oh, that's super cool. Like that's what they're going for with that effect. Like that's supposed to be frostbite or like whatever.
Yeah. And sometimes it's hard to see, like, if these weren't painted, would you notice that there's heads hanging off of her belt?
It would definitely take a minute. I don't think you'd notice like the handprint on her stomach, or
Nope.
the scarring on her legs. Like I definitely don't think you would notice that.
Same thing with, like, the heads that are hanging off.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I like what they're doing here.
Mm-hmm.
It's a pretty genius move. Oh, look,
And even
the muscle
that, like
tears, the skin
like the
tears.
blood, like the blood magic too. Like I don't think you'd realize, oh, that's supposed to be blood or something. You would just be like, yeah.
That is just terrifying. Ronnie, what do you think of this miniature? Come check this one out. You're not right? Isn't it awesome? Like, grossly awesome. These dudes are dope.
And the cool thing that these ogres is every one of them, they're like ripping a dude apart for
Yeah.
the most part.
Some good looking terrain. Oh man.
Yeah, the terrain too is cool.
Oh, they give you paper minis. If you just wanted
Nice.
stand-ins. Wow, that's something I've never even thought about before.
Wow, yeah, you can
Give you, like, if you were like in the middle of a campaign already, and you're like, oh man, I could use this model right now. Cut the paper out. Be like, all right, here he is this week. Next week, I got something for y'all, and
mm-hmm.
interesting. See, little things like that, people. little thing like that is kind of awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm sure you can print those little miniature standees that you just put
Mm-hmm.
paper in, wrap these guys in a piece of cardboard. Whoever thought of that? Good looking stuff here. My wife's playing music in the background. She's trying to get his DMC8 or whatever it's called. Trying to bankrupt us before we even start.
Right.
Good looking stuff here.
Just a bunch of crazy
I don't know if we can hear it or not.
ogres. I actually can't hear it, so I think we're good.
Dakota said he can't hear it, so he thinks we're good.
Yet again, we've looked at this one before. Great month. I don't know if we're going for ogres though. I mean, I don't have a plan for using ogres, even though they're cool. So I
I
think we
know.
could eliminate them for the month.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Archvillain, you know, always a baller. Anything?
That's the March. That's March you're looking at.
Yeah, no. Oh, we have like giant were
Oh,
rats. Oh,
okay.
oh, oh, it's a good looking
Ugh.
march. All
Okay,
right.
what was this month again? Oh, this was like very watery themed.
Yeah.
Um, Blood in the Water.
I mean, great looking stuff. Um, Black Magic Craft did a video that kind of partnered with these guys this month, and he
Mhm.
made a piece of underwater terrain that was awesome.
Yeah, definitely. The sharks and everything is cool. And like they're always just awesome, detailed and everything. But I'm not sure also on this one like where we'd incorporate it. I mean, we don't have any like under the sea campaigns going on or anything that would definitely use these. But
Mm-hmm.
like they're dope. I
They're
mean,
so cool. I don't know what there is for underwater creatures in hell. I did see pictures of a game the other day where someone had like an underwater themed squad, which was cool, but not
100% awesome month right here.
yeah, I mean we've seen the shark folk before, but not like this.
Hmm.
These guys are legit. But not not what we're going for. Ah, that one hurt to press. All right. This was a newer one that we checked out last month that we just kind of wanted to I believe they were acting like they had more releases to go this month. So we left them on.
What's the top banner? Is that the month or is that just an assortment?
I don't know. I clicked on
What'd you go to? Go back. I don't know what you clicked.
I clicked on this image. Nope, I don't want the link. I want the image.
Okay, so they had basically like the Stormcast Eternals of 3D printing here.
Yeah.
Pretty dope. I've actually seen these. Click that second image. They have vehicles and stuff on there. That looks pretty cool. I've had like ads pop up on these guys over the past month. Because every time I see it, I'm like, I don't know how to say the name of the place. It's like GHAMAK or
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. I can't
GHAMAK.
read it. Can't read as it is. And it always looks cool because I'm like, okay, like what else do they got going on? So I'm gonna maybe explore their them on either like my mini market or wherever they're at to see what else they have done.
Here's their welcome pack. Nice piece of terrain.
Okay. Yeah, you got some pretty cool stuff there. What is that?
More welcome pack.
They have like a very good assortment
Yeah,
of.
very diverse.
They
Like,
it looks like a lot of their stuff is I'll just say like 40K-ish because the dude in the middle looks like a Tau. The woman on the left looks like a Eldar, and Guy on the right looks like an Imperial
Oh, it's
soldier
it's
type of
it's like
dude.
this big blend of fantasy and
Hmm.
futuristic.
Yeah, they're definitely going hard on the like Games Workshop type of themey for games. Like that vehicle right there is dope looking. I'm not running any Imperial Guardsmen for 40K, but
But
if
if
I
you were,
was,
yeah,
I would run these fucking guys.
these are cool. A lot of good looking stuff here. Yeah, I feel like we left them in the mix, not so much out of consideration, but because they're new and they acted like they hadn't finished their releases yet.
Oh, so they do a February fantasy release and
And
a
then a
sci-fi
sign.
release, correct?
Yeah, it's what it looks like.
Yeah.
So this is
So yeah,
their fantasy release. And then
I mean
what we
those are
just scrolled through
straight
is
up,
their
Stormcast Eternals knocked off. They're cool. I think they're good. If you want to use them as stand-ins for some Age of Sigmar or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
um, they look good.
Yeah, good looking stuff.
So we'll
Something
definitely be visiting them again every
certainly
month.
to consider in the future. And then we have old Epic in their models
Plethora,
this month.
the plethora of models.
Just insane.
Just the sheer volume every month is
It's
just
insane.
because it's not even like, oh yeah, here's one thing. It's like here's three of a one theme,
Yeah.
3 or 4 models that just fit together for poses and
Here's
whatnot, and you're
the
like, oh,
Restless Bones. What'd you say? Oh, okay. Um, some cool looking undead. Lots of cool looking undead. Some wraiths, some spine devils with some weapons. Whatever this thing is. Oh, here's actual spine devils. I don't know. Maybe these are something kind of similar. Some undead knights. How do I navigate this page? Whatever. Undead minotaurs. These things. Those things. Big giant demon dudes. Awesome looking stuff, especially for what we're looking for this month.
and then the terrain, the other on the other side, a lot of like an Asian aesthetic and a terrain piece. I know Carl, you looked at the terrain piece from the previous months that you've done Epic, and they're they're actually massive. Like you could see the breakdown of it there. I don't know if they always have that type of breakdown, but in the bottom right hand corner.
Yeah,
But I think you looked at them and you're like, yeah, you could print that terrain piece and it'd be 35 prints of getting what you want.
yeah. They had like a pirate ship or something last week, right? Or last month, right?
They had a pirate ship. I think the month before they had something else too. I thought we looked at it. Like I thought you were just going through your slicer and everything and checking them out. Checking out what the print would look like.
Or maybe okay, so this is 4143 or 4243 Infernal Island. This is probably where it's at.
Hmm.
Number 17. Dragon turtles. Let's see what we got here. Oh, there's a pirate ship in there somewhere.
Hmm.
Some shark
Yeah.
folk. It's hard to tell. It's a very blurry image.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, pirate ship. Yeah, really good stuff here.
A lot of good stuff.
Stuff we could really use in our current D&D campaign that we haven't played in for a while because long story short, one of our friends' jobs has been dicking him around on schedule and not great. Yeah, when I originally saw this, I thought we were gonna go with them this month just for the pirate ship.
Well, it's it's so hard to like not want to go with Epic every month just because you're like, I'm getting so many different things.
So many things.
But it's I think it's a month too where we're not like, oh hey, like we just need to build up the library and get some volume. More like, yeah, we can pick something we like.
Yeah. Pick something that is gonna have immediate use in our gaming. I mean, if we're trying to play some Rain in Hell, I don't need a pirate ship for that. It's probably as big as the whole board is.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, so Epic, this is not your month. We'll visit you again next month. It'll probably be your month. All right, well that brings us to Artisan Guild, which has the awesome controls,
Hmm.
and Daybreak, which has the awesome Knolls and the new starter pack. I'm thinking Daybreak here. I want them Knolls.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I think going along with the kind of that theme of having Rain and Hell come in, and I know you've basically been like, oh yeah, Knolls,
Yeah,
Knolls, 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 and I mean this is an awesome pack too. I mean I'm a huge fan of like the Knolls. They have like plate armor and bone armor and the things that they're riding. Like I mean I don't even know if I'd ever do it, but I might be like, yeah, print off me like 6 of these cav dudes because I want them for whatever dumb reason,
yeah.
you know.
I wonder if the prints will come without. Probably not, because it looks like this dude's holding on to.
Mm.
I don't know.
I don't know how to work,
Yeah, I don't know
how
how
their
it'll
prints will
work.
work on this.
We'll see. But yeah, I think we got our winner this month. Ye old Daybreak Miniatures.
Woo!
Woohoo! Good job, team. Um, I don't know how long stream has been up here. Hey, 35 minutes. That's pretty good for us.
Yeah, record time for a stream. I mean, you couldn't hear me for about 15 minutes, so you got 20 minutes.
Granted, we narrowed it down
Yep.
to only 8,
Um.
so maybe it's not that
Yep.
impressive, but
Yep. So just reiterating what we're doing. So if you missed it earlier and you're just maybe not where you weren't paying attention, how we're doing the next months going forward, we're gonna do about 10 to 15 at the beginning of the month. They could be contenders. With some of these that are kind of been more staples that we've liked, like Archvillain, Epic Loot, uh, I don't know, so on and so forth. Um, we'll have about 10 or 15 of them, and then at the end of the month, we'll pick the ones that we always pretty much like every month, and we'll compare all of them together and then pick. So instead of having like the previous video that was like an hour 45, we're going to try to break it down to where these are about 30 minutes to an hour, just looking at various, uh, the various Patreons and then being able to pick. That way it's a little bit more digestible instead of be like, oh, I have a 2 hour video to watch to maybe pick out a Patreon when you could do some research on yourself in 2 hours. Um, so that is just our plan going forward. So hopefully you keep checking them out.
all right. Well, thanks for hanging out, everyone. Thanks for sticking around through Dakota's mute session, and we'll see you here probably in a week or so, looking for March.
Looking at March.
All right. Bye, everyone.
Thanks for joining us.